Everyone, it's Steve from SnkrTechTalk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the Nike Jaw 2 performance review. Alright, so getting into things on the Nike Jaw 2, it would be an obvious thing to say if you said these looked like a Kobe shoe, or specifically the Nike Kobe 5, especially here in the forefoot right here where this kind of phylon does wrap up. I do think these are very reminiscent of a Kobe model. More or less, that's what you're getting from Nike across the board. All of their models are pretty much low tops now, and it's no different with the Nike Jaw 2. But as always, starting with the traction pattern right here. This traction pattern, they're saying that this is inspired by a tractor tread pattern. I'm not really seeing it, but how it performs on court, on clean or dirty floors, this performs amazing. You get a very loud squeak. On lateral movements, on linear movements, you will be good to go. It does collect a little bit of dust because these grooves are so tightly knit together, but a quick wipe is all you'll need and you will be good to go on clean or dirty floors indoors. Outdoors, I don't think I would bring these outdoors unless you get them on a really good sale because the rubber compound is very soft, and I do think this would wear away very quickly outdoors. But like I mentioned, as far as indoors go, you'll be good to go. It's more or less the same as the Nike Jaw 1 as far as reliability goes. I really enjoyed my time as far as the traction pattern goes on the Nike Jaw 2, and that's why the traction is going to score a very solid 9 out of 10. As far as the cushioning goes on this model right here, it's a pretty big letdown, all things considered, in my opinion. Some of you guys might like this setup, but it's more or less the exact same as the Jaw 1. You are getting a full-length phylon or EVA midsole all the way around. It's a little bit softer in the back compared to the one right off the bat. You get a little bit more compression, but in the forefoot you get a very, very skinny Zoom airbag directly under the ball of your foot. I do believe it is top loaded as well, so you do get a nice little spring under your step as far as the cushioning goes up front. But for me, being in my mid 30s, I just need a lot more cushioning when it comes to forefoot and heel. I know this is a budget friendly model. I believe the Sabrina 2s are 130 USD. These are 120/130, and you're getting a way better setup with Cushlon 2.0 and 3.0 at the back of the shoe and a larger volume Zoom airbag in the Sabrina 2s. Here you're getting a very, very basic setup. Nike is trying to sell you that this is an explosive shoe and that it's made for jumping. I don't see it. I'm not buying it. It's a very, very basic setup. And as far as I'm concerned, it just really doesn't work for me and where I'm at in my life. I need something more plush underfoot. I know a lot of younger ballers may like this setup because it is very minimal. Really nothing in the back other than the foam, a small Zoom airbag under the forefoot. You do get pretty good court feel up front, so if you do like Kobe models of the past with a really good low to the ground feeling at the front of the shoe, that's exactly what you're getting here in the Nike Jaw 2. As far as the cushioning goes for me and my experience in these, I've spent about 10 hours in these so far. I'm gonna have to give the cushioning a 6.5 out of 10. As far as the fit goes on this model right here, so I stuck true to size and these fit very one-to-one. The toe box is very tapered in right here, and my toe is right at the end of the shoe without any discomfort. It is at the end of the shoe though, so it's basically butted up against the end of the shoe, and that's what I like in my hoop shoes, a very snug one-to-one fit. The toe box is very tapered as well. You get a lot of nice padding at the back of the shoe and on the tongue. Very comfortable right off the bat as far as the fit goes on this model right here. And something that I liked about the materials is they're a lot softer on the twos, really no break-in time up front. So overall, it's a very snug one-to-one fit. If you are a wide footer, I would definitely recommend going up half a size because this toe box is pretty pointy and it's very tapered. So as far as the fit goes for me and my play style and experience in this hoop shoe, I really enjoyed the fit, and that's why it's gonna get a very solid 9 out of 10. Something else to do with the fit really quickly, the tongue is gusseted midway all the way down, and then you do have these eyelets right here that the laces do run through, so the tongue really doesn't move around at all while you're hooping in this model, and that's something that I really enjoy in hoop shoes across the board. As far as the materials go, I like them better than the Jaw ones. So you're getting at the back of the shoe on the medial side right here, kind of like a screen mesh material. Now this synthetic like suede or carpet material is terrible. It's really cheap. It's kind of like a shaggy hair almost at the back of the shoe. You also get some of that on the tongue. So that's the material that I do not care for at all. It's just very cheap looking. On the lateral side right here, you do get some synthetic leather. It's pretty cheap as well. You have a 3M swoosh right here on the lateral side. On the medial side, it is stitched. And then moving your way down from that, you have this really breathable and free-flowing mesh material that I really enjoy on this model. On the ones, it was very crispy and it really never broke in. On the twos, it's a lot softer to the touch and feeling, and that runs all the way up the tongue as well. So you get some really nice breathability at the toe box and running up the tongue. So that's where I do enjoy the material on this model. Wrapping around the toe box and up the eye stay, you have some more of that really cheap kind of synthetic suede, or really, I don't know. It's not a nice material, but this is a very lightweight package. It's pretty breathable and it's very comfortable on foot. And that's all that matters to me, is does it perform? Yes, this material performs very nicely on foot. So that's what you're getting in the Nike Jaw 2. So as far as the materials go, they're gonna get a pretty decent 8 out of 10. I do like that they are using a variety of materials across this shoe right here. As far as the weight goes in the Nike Jaw 2, again, this is a US size 10.5. and these come in at 12.85 ounces. So all things considered, for me and my shoe size, that's a pretty lightweight basketball shoe. As far as the support goes in this model right here, starting at the back of the shoe, you have a very rigid internal heel counter, which keeps your foot locked in at all times on all of your movements across the board. This is a low top basketball shoe, but support does not come from the height of the shoe. That's just a placebo effect. This is a very supportive basketball shoe. Moving your way down from that, this synthetic leather material does a very good job of harnessing your foot in on those hard lateral cuts. Coupled with this Phylon material that does wrap up, it does kind of protect your forefoot on those hard cuts as well. You also have this outrigger right here, so if you do land awkwardly or make a hard cut, it's going to prevent your foot from teetering over and kind of just landing awkwardly. I do believe that these have a top loaded shank plate. They are kind of flexible here in the midfoot, but there definitely is a bit of support. And then at the bottom of the shoe, you kind of are getting a wide and stable base. So overall, this is a pretty supportive basketball shoe for really quick guards or slashers. So I did not really have any issues at all with the shoe across the board. Overall, I did enjoy my time in the Nike Jaw 2, very similar to the Jaw 1 as far as the support goes. And that's why it's gonna score a very nice 8.5 out of 10. Now, as far as the design of the Nike Jaw 2, I think it's pretty uninspiring. It's very Kobe-esque, and I know that's what a lot of people are wanting nowadays, is shoes that look and or perform like Kobe's. Now, obviously, this looks like a Kobe 5 in my opinion, so if that's up your alley, go for it. I believe these retail for $120 or $130, so pretty much all of their signature basketball shoes across the board are mirroring Kobe. The Kobe line in general, just looking like Kobe's. As far as the performance goes, I wouldn't say these perform anything like a Kobe. The traction's really good, but the Kobe's design and cushioning is just far superior to this. And that obviously comes with the price point and the territory of it being a Kobe model. I do think they could do a lot more with the Nike Jaw line, giving us Cushlon running throughout, a 4-foot Zoom turbo bag, just something more substantial underfoot as far as the cushioning goes, because these feel honestly pretty dead underfoot. It's really uninspiring when it comes to the tech in his line so far. And I'm just pretty puzzled because Nike Zoom has been around for nearly 30 years now. And back in the 90s, it was obviously pretty expensive to produce. But as time goes on, it becomes a lot cheaper. You're using a lot of this stuff in a lot of the models across the board. And I just don't understand why they're not putting anything in the heel or something more substantial up front when it comes to Zoom Air. It's just pretty upsetting that you get this tiny little stick of gum, literally a stick of gum for a Zoom bag in this model, and that's it. And they're kind of selling it to us as being an explosive basketball shoe for explosive players, and that's everything but the truth. This is a very basic hoop shoe when it comes to tech and performance. It definitely gets the job done, don't get it twisted. If you want a shoe that looks like a Kobe and has very good traction, lightweight, very close to the floor, that's exactly what you're getting with this model. But I just wish that they put more tech within his line. because it's really lacking tech as far as I'm concerned. So sound off in the comments what you guys think of the overall performance of the Nike Jaw 2 and just the overall aesthetics. Do you guys like it? Do you hate it? Obviously, this is the Halloween nightmare pair, but sound off in the comments what the best pair is from Nike thus far for the Nike Jaw 2. So that's gonna do it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time,